Breaking news. The San Francisco 49ers have another departure today. And I don't know if I like it very much. I'm happy for my guy, Javon Kinlaw, but Javon Kinlaw signs a 1-year deal with the New York Jets. He will be reunited with Robert Saleh. Again, the 49ers defensive coordinator who was on staff with the Niners when the 49ers traded DeForest Buckner to pick 13, pick swapped with Tampa Bay to 14, and took Javon Kinlaw. Obviously, Javon Kinlaw had a tumultuous career with the San Francisco 49ers, and that was predominantly around health. It just was about availability. He always had the potential, the raw size and ability. It just had never come together because he couldn't stay healthy enough to actually improve and build upon his game. So the 49ers have now parted ways. Well, he's a free agent, so it's not a parting of ways, but it kind of feels like that. Obviously, the 49ers opted not to pick up his fifth year option. If they did do that, his base salary would have been about 10.5 million against the cap. So I get it. I understand why the 49ers didn't pick up his fifth year option, especially coming off, the last few years that there's no guarantee that he was going to stay healthy. But that is, in fact, what happened. He stayed healthy and he had a career year for himself. He played 438 total snaps, which was 42% of the snap share possible. So he was heavily a part of that rotation. He played in all 17 regular season games and played in every postseason game, including the Super Bowl. He had 3.5 sacks, 25 tackles, 13 solo tackles. Javon had a great year, man. All things considered. Now, obviously, if you're trying to compare him to a 13, a pick, 14th overall in the first round, and you're trying to compare him to that production, obviously he's not matching up there, but in regards to just matching up against himself, going no sacks in 2021, no sacks in 2022, and then only putting up 1.5 sacks his rookie year in 2020, where he played the most snaps of his career, which was 546, and again showed signs and showed promise. Even that had that interception against the New York Giants, but unfortunately, his continued maturation process will not be seen or realized with the San Francisco 49ers. It will be with the New York Jets. Javon Kinlaw is 26 years old, again, coming out of South Carolina, 4 years under his belt. And now, unfortunately, he finds himself on another team. I started this off by saying I don't like this move for the simple fact that I like Javon Kinlaw. Javon Kinlaw is one of my guys on this team. He's been great to me. He took time. We did a awesome interview, one of my first player interviews on my YouTube channel. I got to reconnect with him at the Super Bowl on opening night. He gave me another great interview in person, dapped me up. That's my guy. All right. So I'm happy for Javon that he stayed healthy and can transition this hopefully into a multi-year deal where he gets the bag. Selfishly, I would love to keep him around the San Francisco 49ers, especially now, considering the fact that the 49ers only have 2 defensive tackles under contract, Javon Hargrave and Kalia Davis. Outside of that, They don't have anyone. And when you look at free agency, you have DJ Reader available, but beyond that, and without, bringing back Kevin Givens, there's not a lot of options for interior defensive tackles. And as we know, the 49ers just released Eric Armstead. So the options aren't readily available at the current moment. And hey, the Jets, I think the Jets get an ascending player. I think they get a guy who hasn't reached his peak yet, hasn't reached his prime, obviously dealing with the knee injuries in multiple years, has really just hindered his ability to play and grow. And he finally got that opportunity last year, and he did that. He played really, really well. So the Jets, unfortunately, get to reap the benefits, and they get him on a 1-year deal. Still haven't seen any contract details. It's definitely something that I'm very, very interested in seeing. Just because I just want to see. I just want to see what it took to get Javon, and if there was maybe a chance, could we have kept Javon? Could we have signed Javon for a 1-year deal? Selfishly would have absolutely loved that. Um, but I understand you can't keep everyone. Uh, so we'll see. We will see. This is an interesting nugget by Nick Wagner of ESPN. He says, with Javon Kinlaw headed to the Jets, Nick Bosa remains the only 49ers first round pick of the Shanahan Lynch era to sign a second contract with the team. Niners would like to make wide receiver Brandon Ayuk the second in the coming months. But yeah, man. It's a tough one. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I liked Javon Kinlaw, man. I hope he was coming back because like I said, I think his best years are ahead of him. And I would have loved to see that actually come to fruition with the 49ers, but I also understand it. Might be time for a fresh start for all sides. Just clean the slate and start over. So that's the way the cookie crumbles. And Javon Kinlaw is now a Jet. How do you guys feel about this one? I would assume this one's going to get mixed reviews between kind of like, yeah, he was just coming on, and just like that, he's out of here. I wonder what you guys feel about this one. What your thoughts are? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.